Colombia versus France. Exciting World International Friendlies football match. This is the best 21 simulation football game to subscribe, like and share and enjoy this match. Thank you.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, we're on the way. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rabiot. Olise. Quintero. Diaz.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And here's Mbappe. Quintero. Rabiot gets across to intercept that. Upamecano. Koundé. Rabiot. Koundé. Rabiot. Koundé. Looks to the other side. Hernandez, shifted up, Mbappe! And one more try! France given another corner. Olise with the short one. Now it's Olise. Olise. Olise's cross. Do have a chance to counter here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Aim forwards. Upamecano with the clearance. That'll be a throw. Upamecano is there and he can get that clear. Lerma gently done. And it's hoisted clear. Turns and goes back. That's very neat. There are a few waiting for it. Chance for a shot! There's an early warning shot across the bow.
Colombia have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Saliba. Doué. And it's Dembele. Sanchez gets over and intercepts. Moved on forwards. Camavinga. Upamecano. Doué. Hernandez. Camavinga. And it's played forward. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's a cute ball. Now it's Diaz. Diaz. Saliba with a fine tackle. Olise. Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Doué. Sanchez can get it clear. And here's the chance to counter. Camavinga makes the interception. Rabiot. And it's Doué. Koundé. Hit into the middle. Keeper's dealt with that. Goes to finish! It's off target and by quite a way. Out to the left it goes. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Mignon sends that a long way. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Hernandez cuts it out. Koundé. Rabiot. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, they could be caught out here. It's Dembele!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Olise. Hernandez. Nice physical challenge. Now, what about a counter-attack? Munoz forwards and with intent. Hernandez. Upamecano. Dembele. Doué. Koundé. Now it's Mbappe. This is Dembele. Shot, surely! And it's played forward. Nicely intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Upamecano. Doué. Hernandez. And here's Dembele. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. That has been knocked clear. Aim forwards. Is onto it in a flash. Hernandez. Hernandez. Gently done. Dembele. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, Red, nice interception. Can he spark a counter here?
Rabiot, well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Tries a measured ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Great work on the overlap. And that's a ball to nobody in particular. Camavinga. That's really well manoeuvred. Doué. Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Aim forwards. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Saliba. Camavinga. Upamecano. And it's gone back to the keeper. Upamecano, gently done. Rabiot. Koundé. Doué. And here's Elise. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Koundé. Doué. And it's Hernandez. Played into the middle. And the keeper has it. And he cuts out the supply. Rabiot. Doué. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the ball just...
France, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Hernandez. Koundé. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Doué. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Hernandez. Muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's played forward. Oh, this looks sharp. Calmly anticipates. Koundé. France can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. And it's played forward. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. Hernandez. Camavinga. Dembele. Camavinga. Hernandez. And a chance! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Hernandez cuts out the pass. Upamecano. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Hernandez, now he's off and running. And here's Dembele. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Quintero. Has a look and plays it forward. That has been cut short. Hernandez. Saliba doing full tilt down the left. Saliba gently done. Dembele looking to run onto it. Looking for a decent ball in. Goes for a shot! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's really well manoeuvred. Hernandez looks to get on the end of this. Doué have it back and can go again. Upamecano. Camavinga. Hernandez. Doué. Munoz, aim forwards. And here's Diaz. And it's made its way to him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, that's well seen too. Olise. Hernandez. Camavinga. First quarter of an hour gone. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Doué. Doué, oh, good spread. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And they can counter here. Diaz. Quintero. Munoz. Good chance here! Oh, bang on target. Moved on forwards. And that's put paid to a promising move. Camavinga. Oh, it's Dembele. Over to the left. He's shifting through the gears here. He's shot a goal! Gets good distance on it. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss. Mbappe, Camavinga, and here's Camavinga. And that's really well manoeuvred. Munoz picks it up now. Dembele. Camavinga, and it's lofted through here. And he's there to clear it. Now it's Diaz. Can he finish? And again the keeper stands strong. And he cuts out the supply.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Sanchez clears it away. Shoots! Aim forwards. Sanchez goes forward. Saliba cuts it out. Doué. And here's Mbappe. Out to the right. He takes a shot! Diaz given the lift of his goal. He is through here. Diaz. Mignon deals with that nice and simple. Doué. Dembele. Dembele played out to the left flank. Munoz does really well there, strong defending. That's a lovely, neat pass. Caught offside that time. Lerma, gently done. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. Played in. Defending of the desperate variety. Upamecano. Koundé. Saliba. Lerma. Sanchez, that's a sharp pass. Rabiot gets across to intercept that. Keeper's got good distance on that. And that is a little undercooked. It's a quick ball upfield. Koundé. Rabiot. Koundé. Doué. It's Hernandez. Dembele. Oh, good technique. It's Dembele! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Now this could be a Dembele! Cleared away. It's gone for a throw-in. Rabiot. Oh, it's played into the area. Munoz is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's found a way through. That is lovely. That's an excellent interception. Hernandez. Dembele. Hernandez. Saliba. Nice looking ball. Clearly not happy with that. Saliba. Rabiot. Saliba. Rabiot. Doué. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Hernandez. Crosses it in here. No, that's not going to find its target. And it's hoisted clear. Lofted upfield. Great defending, strong and determined. Doué. Now it's Olise! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Munoz. And it's played forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Sanchez. That's been drilled forward. Rabiot. Doué. Moved on forwards. And it's Koundé. Koundé's cross. Nice interception, well timed. Might be danger here. Can he deliver? Dembele. Dembele opts to play it back. And here's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lerma can get it clear. Camavinga. Proves too strong. And here's Camavinga. So what can they make of this? Diaz, gently done. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Doué. And it's played forward. That's really well manoeuvred. That has been knocked clear. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Koundé. Doué. It's Hernandez. And here's Dembele. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Munoz. It's run loose here. Camavinga defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Camavinga, gently done. Dembele. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Well, the clearance is short. That looks a good ball through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And that has been cleared. And that is out of play. Oh, sweet feet. In again. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Defending of the desperate variety. France have reclaimed it. Lovely feet. Cross goes in there. And that was very necessary. Rabiot. Out towards the flank. Oh, nice touch. Munoz with the clearance. Aim forwards. Could move up a gear here. Olise. Moved on forwards. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Hernandez, forwards and with intent. Oh, it's Dembele. Hernandez. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Munoz shifted upfield. Upamecano. Rabiot. Saliba. That's really well manoeuvred. Camavinga. And it's Dembele. Mbappe! And it's played forward. Olise. Doué. Hernandez. Succumbs to the pressure. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Rabiot. Upamecano. Well, played right into his path. He's got to be in here! And the finish! Dealt with nicely by the defence. And the counter-attack is on for France. Mbappe. And it's Doué. Mbappe is having a shot! Oh, it's Dembele. Shapes to shoot!
Dembele has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Caresses it through. Gets it away. That's really well manoeuvred. Plenty of space out wide here. Climbs up big! Couldn't quite get enough on that.
Oh, this was all about good movement in the box just to allow him to get to it.
Aim forwards. Saliba is there, and he can get that clear. Dembele. He's looking unstoppable. Camavinga. And there's the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Dembele. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. Olise! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Olise actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Moved on forwards. Saliba cuts out the pass. Hernandez. Camavinga. Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a charge down the left. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Camavinga. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
And it's hoisted clear. Doué. Dembele. Camavinga. Hernandez. Saliba played up towards the front line. Oh, can he get onto this? Colombia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Dembele, and it's Doué. Doué spread out to the left. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Is onto it in a flash. That has been knocked clear. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's played forward. And it's Diaz! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Olise. Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a run down the left wing. That's the throw. Doué. Real chance! Oh, that probably deserved better.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Oh, easy pickings there. Doué. Elise. Hernandez. And he goes cross-field. Hoisted in. And they've got a throw. And it's Koundé. And here's Elise. Danger averted for now. Rabiot. Plenty waiting in the middle. Hangs in across. Chance! And it's been taken short. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Camavinga played back in. In once more. He's cut it out. Diaz. And the counter is on. This looks promising. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Munoz. Munoz, gently done. Hernandez. Saliba. Camavinga. That's really well manoeuvred. Played out to the right. Hernandez. Forwards and with intent. Elise. Played down the flank. Koundé. That's an imaginative pass. Corner given. Elise goes short. Nice control. That's going to go a long way. Played out wide. Hernandez looking to hit the byline here. And that has been cleared. Well, they could break here. Quality ball. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Doué. Koundé. Rabiot. Doué. Doué chooses to go cross-field. Aim forwards. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. Mignon claims it, and the danger passes. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Olise, and it's been played through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Doué. Koundé. France to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Driven forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Rabiot. Doué. Hernandez. Now here's the delivery. France have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Decent progress down the left. That's good play. Aimed in. Oh, smashing header! And the ball's come loose here. And it's played forward. Moved on forwards. Upamecano makes the interception. Quintero. Up towards the front line. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Olise has created one goal already. Munoz gets over and intercepts. Diaz. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tries a deft little ball. And he's heaved it away. It's a good-looking delivery. And the shot! Deftly away. The ball is loose and the chase is on. France getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Upamecano, gently done. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. He is just caressing the ball. Dembele. And here's Camavinga. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Quintero. Munoz. Diaz looking to get on the end of this. Receives it in a good position here. And it's Munoz. Munoz drives forward on the overlap. Upamecano getting this one clear. So who's he picking out? And here's Diaz. Cleared without complication. Strong running down that left flank. He's got away. And back out it comes. And reclaimed it in a trice. Koundé. Oh, such a clever touch. A chance to play it in. Nice control. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Doué played out towards the right wing. Lovely feet. It's a loose ball. Hernandez chooses to go cross-field. Showing good feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Rabiot. And it's Lerma. And that could set him on his way. Well read, and the danger is averted. Saliba. Upamecano. Doué. Quintero. Juan Quintero forwards and with intent.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Hernandez going full steam ahead down the left flank. And that's really well manoeuvred. Upamecano. Koundé. Now it's Olise. Oh, that's nice. Looking for a decent ball in. Doué. Olise. That's good play. Ball driven towards the far post. Munoz goes forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Goes for the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tries to get it clear. Saliba. Camavinga shifted upfield. Olise. Oh, good spread. Doué. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. No, it's come to nothing. That has found him in acres of space. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Great chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Well timed, excellent interception. Moved on forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe! Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rabiot. Doué. Hernandez. Saliba. Played over towards the opposite flank. Doué. Camavinga. And it's Dembele. Dembele spread out to the left. Camavinga. Doué. And he's well positioned here. And here's Elise. Rabiot. Dembele. Good chance here! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Well read, nice interception. Upamecano. Koundé. Chance here to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Camavinga. Rabiot. Looks to the other side.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And here's Mbappe, and he's away. And it's played forward, and the counter could be on for Colombia now. Aim forwards. Diaz, there's the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rabiot. Koundé. Upamecano. Rabiot. Koundé. Upamecano. Doué. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. It's a pretty loose pass. Lerma. The referee's awarded a free kick. Rabiot. Olise. Hernandez. Camavinga.
France, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Well, that was asking just too much of him. Moved on forwards. Saliba gets it clear. Mbappe has given away a free kick. Saliba. Keeper's got good distance on that. Sanchez. Quintero. Lerma. Quintero. Diaz. And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Camavinga attempts a clearance. Saliba clears it away. Decent progress down the left. Oh, it's Dembele. That's very neat. Oh, a delicate chip through. He can get that clear. That's a little off target. Koundé. Upamecano. And he goes cross-field. Saliba. Played towards the other side. Thinks one through. Upamecano gets across to intercept that. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Koundé. He is just caressing the ball. Doué. Camavinga. Looking ball that has been cut short. Camavinga, and they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Rabiot. Upamecano. Doué. Koundé. Rabiot. Ball swung in. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Munoz. Driven forward. There will be a throw-in. Dembele goes on a run down the left wing. Mbappe. Camavinga. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Upamecano. Munoz, gently done.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Olise, lovely, now then. Now it's Olise. Produces a cross. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Doué. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Lukumi. Sanchez, nicely aimed pass. Upamecano. Camavinga. Now it's Olise. Out to the right. Koundé. Crossed into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Quintero. Lerma forwards and with intent. Upamecano. Koundé. Rabiot. Played crossfield, changing the point of attack. Mbappe shoots! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Lerma shifted upfield. Olise. Rabiot. Koundé. Great defending, strong and determined. Doué. Olise. Koundé. Koundé's cross. Header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Colombia, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Camavinga. Doué. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. And here's Dembele. And the finish! And the counter is on. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Doué. Hernandez. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Shot, surely!
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And back to the goalkeeper. Upamecano. Koundé. Rabiot. Camavinga. And it's Hernandez. Oh, it's Dembele. Hernandez crosses. Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Rabiot. Camavinga. Rabiot. Diaz. Up towards the front line. Saliba cuts out the pass. Camavinga. Upamecano. Saliba. And here's Diaz. That's an excellent interception. Dembele. Hernandez. And he's there to get it away. That's the throw. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And it's Quintero. Quintero. That's really well manoeuvred. Mignon claims comfortably.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Quintero. Juan Quintero played with finesse. Oh, shooting chance! And they've got rid. Now that's well seen too. Upamecano. Doué. Camavinga. Hernandez. Aim forwards. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Hernandez. Good purposeful running this. Rabiot. He's on it, can he get away? No way through, so back it comes. Clearly not happy with that. So what can they make of this? That's a cute ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Rabiot. And it's played forward. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Doué. Rabiot. Olise. Doué. Mbappe. He's having a shot! Hernandez. Doué. It is a corner. They've played it short. And it's Hernandez. Munoz gets good distance on it. Saliba. Camavinga. Hernandez. And one more try! Sanchez getting this one clear. Oh, can he get onto this? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Mbappe. And here's Mbappe. Real chance! That's a look and plays it forward. Doué. Koundé. Rabiot. Very nicely done. He's in plenty of space here. Plenty waiting in the middle. And here's Olise. Olise! Aim forwards. Koundé does really well to win the ball there. And it's Doué. Mbappe, oh, cracking ball. Sanchez has got himself a free kick. Ospina sends that a long way. Saliba. Doué. Koundé. And here's Olise. Shapes to shoot! Deftly away. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. And that is a little undercooked. Koundé, who's set up one goal so far. Camavinga. Doué. Now it's Mbappe. It's run loose here. Played back to the goalkeeper. Ospina. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now it's Diaz. Rabiot. Camavinga. Camavinga, gently done. Lerma. Diaz. Camavinga wins the duel this time. Camavinga forwards and with intent. Cleared away. And it's Hernandez. And here's Camavinga. Time to deliver. Camavinga with the cross. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. He is through here. Munoz. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. France have got it back and they'll have another go. Koundé. Olise. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Olise. That is lovely. He's onto it in a flash. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Tries a measured ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. Saliba. And it's played forward. And it's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, nice touch. Can he deliver? Juan Quintero, forwards and with intent.
Upamecano, yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Hernandez. Up he goes! He will be livid with himself. The pass is intercepted. Hernandez. Saliba. Camavinga. Doué. Saliba. Hernandez, shifted upfield. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Lerma. Saliba wins the duel this time. Danger averted for now.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Rabiot done delicately. Olise. Now that's a fine challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's come loose. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Hernandez. Koundé. Oh, that is a good ball to find. Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Calmly anticipates. Camavinga. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has a shot! Chance again. No.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rabiot. Upamecano. Rabiot. Saliba. Camavinga. Lerma did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Forward it goes. Camavinga. Doué. And he's managed to get free. Played back in. Now it's Mbappe. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Olise. Doué! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Moved on forwards. And here's Mbappe. And a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Diaz. Quintero. And there's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Saliba. Upamecano. Upamecano, gently done. And it's Doué. Lerma does really well there, strong defending. Juan Quintero, aim forwards. Diaz has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Diaz with the delivery. Mignon deals with that, nice and simple. Moved on forwards. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Doué. Out to the left it goes. Camavinga. Hernandez with the delivery. Oh, good spread. That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through. Diaz looking to run onto it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hernandez. Olise. Mbappe has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Koundé cuts it out. Rabiot. Saliba. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Lerma. That's really well manoeuvred. Played out to the right. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Upamecano. Munoz shifted upfield. Rabiot looks to the other side. Munoz gets across to intercept that. Oh, Red, nice interception. Hernandez, ambitious ball here. That has been knocked clear. That's been drilled forward. Saliba cuts out the pass. Doué. And it's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. And that was very necessary.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rabiot. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Doué. Oh, good spread. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Doué. And it's Rabiot. Camavinga. And here's Olise. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Doué. Upamecano. Koundé. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's played forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Camavinga. Rabiot. Koundé. Doué forwards and with intent. Dembele out towards the flank. Sanchez clears it away. Hernandez played back in. Aim forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Doué. That's really well manoeuvred. That'll be a throw-in. Mbappe Does really well to win the ball there. Koundé. Rabiot. Camavinga. Dembele. Mbappe. It's a goal kick. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Colombia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Dembele. Doué. Moved on forwards. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, it's come loose. That's going to go a long way. Colombia have reclaimed it. And it's played forward. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that has been clubbed away, and that's been won straight back. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now the breakaway, aim forwards. Now it's Diaz. He's found a way through. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Camavinga. No changes at the interval from either side. Calmly anticipates. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He has a look up. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Doué is offering a right smile there.
Tries to get it clear. Camavinga. That's a good ball. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the pass is intercepted. Chance here to counter. Munoz. Munoz goes forward. Camavinga. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. It's a loose ball. Cross in, looks like... And again! He wasn't that far away.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Here comes the cross. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Very nicely done. The chance to play it in. Diaz. So who's he picking out?
Diaz with the delivery.
Forward it goes. Dembele.
Doué.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
Munoz.
Oh, can he get onto this?
Diaz.
Munoz. That's tidy. Played out to the right. Out to the right. Quintero. Lerma. Tries a shot!
Oh, that is rather wayward. Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Upamecano looks to the other side. Munoz, gently done. And it's Munoz. Decent chance! Rabiot.
Doué.
He can get that clear and reclaimed it in a trice. Now who's going to be first to this? And here's Dembele. Hernandez drives it in. Clears it away. And now the breakaway. And he's managed to get free. Gets into some space, showing good feet. Out to the left it goes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Is onto it in a flash. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rabiot. Saliba. Upamecano. Koundé. Rabiot. Elise. And it's Koundé. Aim forwards. Koundé wins the duel this time. Rabiot. Doué played out towards the right wing. Ball comes in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Doué, and that's aimed into the middle. And it's played forward. So what can they make of this? He's on it, can he get away? Played in with purpose.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Hernandez. Mignon, wrong ball by the goalkeeper. Diaz. Diaz. Oh, that's neat. Hit into the middle. Cleared without complication. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Olise. Camavinga! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Olise plays it short. And that has been clubbed away. What a throw in. Saliba. Dembele. Lerma does really well to win the ball there. Saliba. Moved on forwards. Doué. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Camavinga. Camavinga. Forwards and with intent. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And he's away. Oh, that's a nice ball. Now it's Diaz. Time to deliver. And he's there to get it away.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Rabiot. Rabiot shifted upfield. Driven forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Upamecano. Rabiot. Doué. And here's Olise. And it's Koundé. Very nicely done. Rabiot. Olise. Rabiot. Camavinga. Doué. And here's Olise. Dembele. Hernandez. Dembele could try cutting inside here. Doué knocks it out wide. Crossed in again. Defending of the desperate variety. Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. Danger averted for now. That's been won straight back. Saliba. Referee's given a throw. Munoz. Quintero. And here's Diaz. Oh, that's nice. Diaz, and he whips it in. And he's on a charge. He has found the way through. And it's Doué. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Olise. And here's Doué. Doué! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Doué clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Koundé. Doué. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made the decision to get tighter.
There are a few waiting for it. Delivered in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. And here's Doué. Nicely shaped cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Saliba. Upamecano. Koundé. Upamecano. Saliba, gently done. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Can he stop it going out? Good ball, good take. Oh, it's come loose. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
That has been cut short. Upamecano. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Doué. Rabiot. And it's Koundé. Koundé charging forward down that flank. Now here's the delivery. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Dembele's cross. Sanchez getting this one clear. Oh, can he get onto this? Upamecano makes the interception. Moved on forwards. Doué. It's a little off target. Now then, the ball's come loose. Quintero. Oh, this looks sharp. Olise. Dembele. And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
ball that. And he cuts out the supply. Rabiot. Has a look and plays it forward. Koundé. Rabiot. And it's Hernandez. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Saliba shifted upfield. And here's Mbappe. It's anyone's ball now. Lobbed in behind. Saliba.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Hernandez crosses. Has another go! Diaz. Munoz, nicely aimed pass. Saliba. Camavinga. Have it back and can go again.
Colombia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Rabiot. Diaz. And they can counter here. Munoz. Diaz. Doué. Olise. It's Hernandez. Nice control. Camavinga. Olise. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's played forward. He's found a way through. Olise. Olise hurtling down that right flank. Brilliantly cut out. Munoz. Munoz, oh, good-looking ball. Do have a chance to counter here.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's really well manoeuvred. Rabiot gets across to intercept that. Upamecano aim forwards. Koundé. And it's Hernandez. France have reclaimed it. Now, what about a counter-attack? Great defending, strong and determined. Hernandez. Doué. And here's Dembele. And the shot! That's got him rattled. Diaz. Munoz, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Diaz. Gets his head on it! Doué. Olise. Koundé. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. They've won a corner. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's away! Spread out to the left. Lovely bit of skill. Played out wide. And he's got his cross in. Oh, he's in! Diaz. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Upamecano. Doué. Koundé. Rabiot. Koundé. And it's Dembele. And the shot!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Long ball looking to counter. Strong running down that left flank. It's run loose here. Played into the middle. Hernandez can get it clear. Keeper's got good distance on that. Moved on forwards. Diaz. Oh, delicate chip through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That is very well defended. Rabiot. Koundé. Oh, there's a probing ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lerma could move up a gear here. Upamecano cuts out the pass. Olise gently done. Lukumi. Diaz. Munoz. Quintero. Lerma. Sanchez. Forwards and with intent. Lerma. Now he's got space here. Upamecano is there and he can get that clear. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. And it's Quintero. Camavinga gets good distance on it. And it's played forward. Camavinga with the clearance. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe. Hernandez. Camavinga. Dembele. Camavinga. Good take, and is he in? Cleared without complication. Hernandez. Dembele. Mbappe. And again! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That has been knocked clear. Diaz shifted upfield. Rabiot. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. That's really well manoeuvred. Upamecano. And here's Mbappe. Tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's hoisted clear.
Hernandez.
Oh, it's played into the area. He can get that clear. Saliba. Rabiot. Olise. Picks it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Chance here to counter. Lerma. Munoz. Munoz forwards and with intent. That is a brilliant interception. Koundé aim forwards. Moved on forwards. Rabiot. And it's played forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Sanchez. That's really well manoeuvred. They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Koundé. And here's Olise. Oh, great chance! Dembele's delivery.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Interception, his positioning was spot on. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Colombia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Proves too strong. And it's Camavinga. Doué. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has a shot! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here. Colombia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Koundé.
France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, red. Nice interception. Diaz. Aimed in towards the centre.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Saliba. And here's Elise. And it's Doué. Goes for a shot! No mistake! Mbappe duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. France give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Lerma. And it's played forward. Oh, good spread. Hernandez gets over and intercepts.
Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from exploiting the space that was usable.
Oh, great! And a chance! Up he goes! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Searching pass he's played there.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Sanchez, early ball out from the back. That'll be a throw-in. Olise. Rabiot. Koundé. Koundé. France have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. rich defending, but that'll do. Good play on the left-hand side here. Camavinga. He's in, surely! Olise. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And here's Dembele. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rabiot. Aim forwards. Oh, nice touch. And it's Rabiot. That's very neat. And here's Rabiot. And that's a good ball. Great chance! And somehow he managed to miss it.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Munoz. Munoz. That's a sharp pass. Rabiot. Moved on forwards. Olise. Nice physical challenge. Over to the left. Koundé. Rabiot. And it's Doué. Oh, he's found him in space. Dembele. And here's Dembele. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Diaz gets it away. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got away. Cross goes in there. Cleared away. And a play for a throw. Munoz, cross into the box. Rabiot. Dembele. Can he get onto this? He's going to be disappointed with that. Saliba shifted upfield. Doué. Oh, sweet feet. Sanchez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now, this could be a chance. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Look, Peter, this just needs a little fine-tuning, and obviously fast.
Mignon sends that a long way. Munoz. Aim forwards. He came in hard, very hard. Now it's Dembele. And he's managed to get free.